you take that time and you run with it.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time with the fundamentals, kind of getting back to...
Motherfucker, man.
during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. The first carry now. This is Williams. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now it's Goff. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both have that.
Both have them, so you got to give it both of them. Watch them watch the tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals. But they also have both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. St. Brown in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Oh, they needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2nd down and 4. Allen, the man in motion left. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Chiefs had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
A little juke. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Allen's got it, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They'll get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. In motion left goes Allen. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Williams running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Goff. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Now we give up, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Meanwhile, Goff's throw there complete to Myers. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, it's going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Again, Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reid. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Open man is Myers. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series...
And he caught it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to.
And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just a minute. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a first down throw. Gone. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. You look at this Raiders defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Goff's throw caught by Tony. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
There's Goff. And that'll be caught by Tony. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. This one swung out to Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, and go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? He barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's steal. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The slot man in motion right. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Damn!
Knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
So
So he's been a busy man here in his first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowers. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, Goff. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They give it to Williams, running right. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. Oh, it's Tony bringing it in. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Touchdown Raiders. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that trims the lead down to 9. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Yeah, they would have been happy with the 1st down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and is just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Extra point by Bunker is on target. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off and get them around too.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you know.
Oh, my fucking God, bro.
And making sure they didn't get there.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Well, he's taken down. A cheap sack. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Oh, bro.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd. And plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Goff on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Shifts past him at the 45. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Max Crosby in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
How in the fuck?
Wide open, complete. And they work this out past the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And with just 1
second. That ain't lucky as hell. That should have run out of time, bro.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in KC. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, for them, a pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first. He's got a man, complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he gets it down to the 32. 134 yards rushing for him so far as this terrific season continues here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give, now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
Damn!
A yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. A give up the middle to Akers. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught by Allen for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now gone. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's got this down to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now it's gone. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reid. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Buying time to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Allen, the man in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
A nice little juke. And one more time. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They'll try to get this running game going with Reid. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Gone. Open man right side, Myers. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw is gone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer,
they went time of possession like a bitch.
They hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it.
Oh my God, yo.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. On the counter, here's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop in behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Goff now looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bowers. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Goff. That's complete to Tony. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Damn, this might be a fake.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Pacheco once again. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game.
Get 150 for 200 on the
This
Raiders.
is ball-control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Running left to give to Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 170 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on first down with Akers. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes going to shift him around. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And he'll be brought down in what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Mahomes now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to,
says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
The offense on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
But you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals, because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 24. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's Goff. He finds his man complete. That's Bowers. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now. There's Goff. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee, because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A handoff now for Pacheco. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I gotta get about 200 rushing yards, man.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. In motion left goes Allen. So the false start will back them up 5. So the line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because we are grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Allen, the man in motion left. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now receiver in motion left. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Able to shake him, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Chiefs are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot to account for him as a runner, and he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big. And now the rookie's free. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now Goff. It's Myers again with another catch. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
I think they gotta have one time of possession, bro.
Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through something.
How the fuck you missed that sack? You right there, dude.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Goff throwing again. Open man is Myers. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
This is
Here now,
ridiculous.
2nd and 4. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 15.
Oh, bro, get a turnover, bro.
They got half half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Gone.
That should have been it right there.
He's got a man complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone.
Oh, that's not bad.
Go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Goff now to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
Oh my God, bro.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Goff.
Tight end.
This one swung out to Williams. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it'll be intercepted. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. Game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to solve this one away. Now 2nd and 5. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he is caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Pacheco, and it's a fumble, and the Raiders pick it up.
That's some bullshit, bro. That's some fucking bullshit, bro.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally confident.
Oh,
This will cost them the game. They
yo.
should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape
Oh,
and being able
my
to say
God,
we were that
bro.
close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. And now here's another interception.
Oh, Honey Badger.
It's the Honey Badger time. Now look at this.
What the fuck, man? Bro, what the fuck, man? Y'all niggas keep turning the ball over.
Do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back.
Oh my God, Lord in heaven, bro. That was fucked up, bro.
San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that?
That's crazy, man.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. On first down, it's gone. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And
Oh, my God, bro.
10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. He'll look to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again is gone. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't it.
Damn, man. Go fucking trash.
They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Sanders now to add the extra point.
Y'all fucking trash for that, bro. All this shit started with Pacheco.
That time a 6-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Man, that's some bullshit, man. Nigga fumbled an interception. Fake ass shit, man.
And now here comes Kansas City. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one
No,
ends.
bro, that shit should have been bet on me, bro.
Their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is. Those high-end sports cars, what's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
the Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.
bullshit ass turnovers, man. That was fucking bullshit, bro. That was fucking bullshit. At least Matthew got a pick finally. $86, 25, 11. $122.